What if I told you that 3 simple Tailwind tricks could transform the way you write CSS forever? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you exact techniques which developers use to build stunning and maintainable UIs in half a time. And today I will be talking about 3 things: group hover effects, arbitrary values, and apply directive. And the first one to go will be group hover effects. Have you ever tried to make a card where hovering anywhere on it reveals multiple interactive elements? Traditional CSS makes this a nightmare. You would need complex selectors, maybe even JavaScript, and it quickly becomes unmaintainable. I have prepared a small demo project which will help me to explain how this works. Group hover is Tailwind's elegant solution to parent-child hover interactions. Let's take a look at this example in e-commerce product cart. So to this parent element, we assign class name group. That gives us ability to style any child element depend on the hover state of the parent component. And for that we use group hover modifiers. You can see multiple of them here. In this case we assign some level of opacity, and in this case we call translate. Let's take a look as well to navigation menu item. Here we assign group class to each link of the menu, and then we use group hover to each icon in the link. So we just want to show this icon once user hover on the menu item. And basically that's it. That's how we apply group effects. Now let's go to the browser and see how it looks there. When users hover, they see action buttons fade in smoothly. The overlay darkness, the add to cart button slides in from the right. All of this happens with zero JavaScript and remains performant because it's pure CSS. Let's also hover on menu items, and here we see the same behavior. Without group hover, you would write brittle CSS with descendant selectors or even resort to JavaScript event listeners. With it, complex interactions become trivial. The next one, arbitrary values. Here is the scenario every developer faces. Your designer hands you a Figma file with a button that exactly 13 pixels padding, has some specific brand color, and has 7 pixels border radius. Tailwind's default scale doesn't have these values. What do? Add custom utilities to your config for one of values? Or write inline styles and break your utility first approach? Arbitrary values are Tailwind escape hatch for pixel perfect designs. Using square brackets notation, you can use any value and maintain Tailwind utility class paradigm. And in this markup you can see several examples of it. So we can take a look at this background gradient. So here we have transition from 2, and here we use that arbitrary value with the color we need for that gradient. Also in that part we use it for width, height, and border radius. Now let's go to another example in browser. In that example it is attempt to recreate Spotify, Discord, and Instagram buttons, and for that of course we need to use arbitrary values because each of them has its branded color. So in case of Spotify, we use that green color. So if we use the Tailwind green color, we will not be able to reproduce exact the same color. And also we use border radius specific to Spotify button. The same we do with the Discord, and for Instagram, we apply specific gradient. In this case, we also use arbitrary value for icon box, title, metrics, and border radius. You can use arbitrary values to any Tailwind properties. The compiler handles CSS generation, escaping special characters, and ensuring cross-browser compatibility. And the last one for today, apply directive. Utility-first CSS approach is amazing, until you copying 15 classes across 20 different buttons. Your HTML becomes verbose, updates are error-prone, and you lose the dry principle. But switching to traditional CSS components, meaning losing Tailwind benefits. Apply directive lets you compose Tailwind utilities into reusable classes. It extracts styles from utility classes and merge it to your custom class. Let's have a look how to write such a thing. The way to use apply directive is pretty simple. So in my case, in global CSS, I define class button primary for all my buttons, and then I call this apply, and I assign all utility classes I need for that button primary. That's it. Then in the class name of these buttons, I used button primary to apply those styles to each of the buttons. And the same actually works for the form, which saves a lot of time to develop forms. These are not just tricks, these are fundamental patterns which solve real problems. Group hover eliminates JavaScript for UI interactions, arbitrary values bridge the gap between design and code, apply brings component thinking to utility CSS. Master these 3 techniques and you will write less code, ship faster and build better UIs. Your CSS will be more maintainable, your components more reusable, and your development more enjoyable. If this video helped you to level up your Tailwind game, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to not miss next dev insights. Drop a comment with your favorite Tailwind trick and let's build better UIs together. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.